There's a stain on my garment, dear Aisha, dear Aisha. There's a stain on my garment, dear Aisha, a stain. Tell me how did it get there, Mohammed, Mohammed? Tell me how did it get there, Mohammed, tell me. Sexy slave girls, dear Aisha, dear Aisha, dear Aisha. Sexy slave girls, dear Aisha. I just lost control. There's Maria Al-Qubtiya, Rayana bin Sayed, Ayman and others. You know I can't wait. But Bilal's calling Azan, Muhammad, Muhammad. Now it's time for the salat, Muhammad, it's time. Then scrape it, dear Aisha, dear Aisha, dear Aisha. Then scrape it, dear Aisha, scrape it. Sahih Muslim 572-3377, Surah 66, Al-Bukhari 232, Surah 424.
Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. And Muhammad is not a prophet. Muhammad is not a prophet. If you want grace and mercy and love, Islam is not for you. But Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the King of Kings who died to save us all. If you just repent and believe He took your sins on the cross, then mercy and grace, forgiveness and love, eternity can be yours. But Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god.
Hallelujah. Let Lord Jesus Christ shine forth. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining me. Welcome to Disturbing the Interesting live stream with me. And funny things happens in this funny world. So, can I get quick confirmation that sound is okay? And I look as pretty as I can, all those kind of things, so that we can start. Meantime, I just saw Adam Sika in the chat, and I was about to just send him the link if he wants to jump in. Okay. Sound is good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, yesterday, I was talking with a sister where she brought to my attention that Mohammed Hijab made a video about Islamic dilemma. And then I went to his YouTube channel to kind of watch the video so I can do a debunk of it. But once I kind of find the video, the title of the video wasn't even Islamic dilemma, it was something else. I saw on my next to my YouTube thing, you know, you've got like list of videos kind of advise you to watch. Over there was this video. Someone was expressing that Mohammed Hijab's this giant face of Islam, who kind of defends Islam in its fullness and then loves Islam and everything Islam teaches, and then makes lots of money, as well as involves with like kind of part-time stripping stuff. Someone is expressing that she was his secret wife. So as I'm someone who kind of, I looked at the title and then I was just like, no, that wouldn't be the case. Like, as someone who's got lots of social media followers, would know like those kind of things would affect him badly. Not only affect him, he's someone like who just kind of He doesn't even think like, okay, that is bad advertisement. He just thinks every advertisement is good. uh, but my kind of hope was this cannot be true, because it would make Islam look like extra bad. Islam is already bad, but it would make it look extra bad. And then we all remember the clips where Mohammed Hijab is proudly saying, oh yeah, he's got this lovely kind of slavish wife who brings him breakfast on the bed, in the bed, all those kind of things. He wouldn't do such a thing. Like, you would be a little bit careful. But apparently I watched a little bit of the video, and then it looks like a Muslim lady is expressing that she was a sex wife to, sorry for the language, sex wife to Mohammed Hijab, and then how Mohammed Hijab simply dumped her. Kind of goes through and then talks a little bit about the details of that. So pretty much disturbing. I just thought, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's kind of Dawa drama, disturbing the drama. But when you kind of think nothing will make Islam look more worse, you kind of end up seeing videos makes Islam look worse. And then because I got so distracted, I didn't even watch Islamic dilemma video yet. I'll deal with that by God's grace tomorrow. And then I've got Adam Sika. After making Nadir Ahmed run away from from debate, Adam turns up to my channel. Peace of Christ be with you, Adam. How are you?
Peace of Christ be with you, sister. God is good. And I did not make him run away. He ran away by himself, number one.
He chose to leave. So yesterday, those of you, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning in England. So there was a debate between Adam Sika and Nadir Ahmed regarding, is Allah Satan according to Quran. It was interestingly painful, yet not surprising. Why are you
Interestingly painful. That was like that's a sentence I've never heard before. Interestingly painful. Wow.
It was interesting and painful, but by God's grace, we had brothers and sisters in the chat who was sharing our pain. Yeah, Adam Sika made a point regarding, according to Islamic teachings, Allah and Satan are not much different, and sadly, there was no rebuttal at all from
Nadir.
Nadir Ahmed. Someone wants refund. What did you buy from me? Did you buy something from me? I don't know.
Refund of the time that he wasted.
Ah, well, no, they wouldn't ask that. That's just not very British at all. Anyway, so overall, please check the debate. It's on DCCI as well as it's in Adam Seeker's channel. You will get the points of Adam Seeker where he's comparing Allah and Satan, and there is not much difference at all. It is very, very practical kind of tips for you to use in your evangelism. Pick that up, watch it, learn it, and then put it in practice, and then use it to preach the glorious gospel. So, Adam, how are you?
I'm doing very well, sister. And just to let you know, a lot of people after the debate said that Nadir is now in the chat, the comment section, and he so so
Okay, give me the mindset of it.
okay, so
Someone
uh,
who chooses to run away from, like, kind of question answer time. No, we kind of finished the debate. Conclusion is done. Question answer time. He left. He just left, and he left, but he went to chat, and then
afterwards, so he after we read all the super chats, because he ran away because he started bashing. You would see that he after in the comments he was just bashing Christianity, and you stopped him 3 times that you stop bashing Christianity and answer the question. and he wasn't answering the question. He was just bashing, and then he ran away. That we are not allowing him to bash Christianity. Just like,
It
why?
wasn't the
Why?
topic of the debate. It wasn't the topic of the debate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then we read the super chats. We finished it 30 minutes later, and then the people commented, and then he was replying to different people for 4 hours after the debate finished. 4 hours. So he was up all night because people told me. I looked some of the comments, and then I was like, okay, man, I'm going to sleep. It's too late. And in the morning when I woke up, I saw people commenting again and again and again that, man, this guy was there. I have over 800 comments. Let me just see how many comments I have. Hold on, before I say something wrong. It's like over 800 comments because he is having debate in the comments with the people in my channel. How many are there? Let me just see.
Good,
779 comments.
good for him. Good for him. He's practicing his fingers, how to make sure his fingers doesn't get stiff, and then just type things. And sometimes, some people are not good at verbalizing things. They are very good writers. Maybe that might help him.
No, he's doing the same thing. The chat GPT thing which I exposed, and then the same thing, the text of the Quran. The text of the Quran is in Arabic, and that's what I said in my opening 5 minutes, that I'm gonna give you the text of the Quran. And and he's just, the poor guy is crying.
He's
He's
not
we
poor
call it
guy. He's not poor guy. He's intentional deceiver. He's not a poor
absolute.
guy. Yeah.
I am so sorry about that. You are absolutely right. I am
Uh,
gonna fix my statement. This intentional deceiver of Allah, just like Allah himself, who is an intentional deceiver, and he is trying to do everything, but the people in my comments are far more educated, and they are actually destroying him in the comments. So he's losing debates in each and every comment. Some of the replies are like over 25 replies, and they are having good debate with him, and they are enjoying it. Like the people are enjoying it. 26 replies, 24 replies, 70 replies.
do you think he's just like going to chat GBT and then copy and pasting the answers to chat GBT? One of the, as I said, if you haven't watched the debate, please take time and watch the debate. But one of the funny side of the debate is, disturbingly funny side of the debate is, during the debate, he just went to chat GBT and then asked the question to chat GBT. As we know, chat GBT is like pretty dimmy, dimmy AI, and then got some help from ChatGPT. Yet Adam Zika was able to destroy even to ChatGPT.
Actually, ChatGPT is not dummy. Let me tell you how AI works. And this is something that everyone needs to know. AI is not something that it creates something by itself. AI has crawlers. So it goes in to different articles and different websites, and it reads the information that has been written in those articles and stuff. So AI is not something which can create something out of the blue. It is not going to create something. So what it is, when you ask a question, what the AI is doing, ChatGPT or Grok or anything, they are going to they have the articles crawled and indexed, and then it will look into those articles, and then it will form an answer based on what is written in those articles, because AI does not have a brain of its own. It is just the data, and
Yeah,
all of these arguments are written in the articles. So when somebody says debate AI, I'm actually debating humans who has written those articles, and I already know what these articles says. So it's so easy to destroy chat gpt. You can actually have a fight with a chat gpt live, and we will do that someday, sister. It will be fun. We will do it. We will fight with chat gpt live, as will be speaking, and you will see that after some time, 7 or 8 comments with references, it will change its verdict for you, because now you have made him lost. So it will change its verdict because he is now learning. But once again, somebody else will start put the same question. It will look at what the common articles are, what is the most common references for this thing is. So this is what chat gpt, it's nothing. It's not a real human being or real AI. It's the data that has been fed to it. I hope
yeah.
people will
I
understand.
I remember I was working with a brother and sister. Once they went ChatGPT and then to kind of ask questions and then kind of debunking the ChatGPT. And I remember it was pretty much fun. Anyway, that we are not here for that. Overall point I was just trying to make is actually I was just trying to kind of give compliment to Adam Sika. As you notice, he's not good at taking those things. So we move on. So Mohammed Hijab and his secret wife.
Why would you call it a wife? It's a single night stands in hotels.
You don't know, brother. You haven't watched the video, have you?
No, I have not.
It wasn't one single night in hotels.
No, single nights stand. Like, every time it will be a one night. Every time you call her, it will be a one night stand.
Okay. It's not my area of expertise, so we just focus on
I'm sorry.
we just focus on the video. Okay. So
Yes.
There's this lady is talking about how no, let her speak. Let's share the screen and then we watch it, we talk about it, and then we take it from there. So probably for the copyright purposes stuff, we will pause quite a lot. So last thing we want is like with the copyright things, one of the disadvantage of that, they get your address. Last thing I want is Mohammed Hijab to have my address and then get his gangs after me. Okay, let's start. Ready, brother?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I never thought that one day I'm going to have to come out publicly.
Well, technical issues. Just let me. Okay, press again.
For Islam and to propagate
Okay.
Heard.
Start.
I never thought that one day I'm going to have to come out publicly on social media and speak about something like this. People who work for Islam and to protect our religion have always been more than family to me. And Mohammed Hijab in specific, I had a lot of respect and trust in him because of how scholars are praising him worldwide, and obviously because of his position and his knowledge and all of that. I'm going to share this today, not because I want to, but because I have to. And I take an oath in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I'm only going to be sharing the truth. And my purpose is...
Okay, this is her testimony, okay? So as you can all put together, when Mohammed Hijab, the things she claims Mohammed Hijab was doing to her, I wasn't in the room. I wasn't probably even in that village or city or airport or in the hotel. So I don't know. This is the claim is coming from a woman who is expressing, who's talking about her relationship with Mohammed Hijab. Brother Adam Sika, you had a problem with Mohammed Hijab to be praised worldwide by scholars?
I have a big problem because not all of them praise him. Number one. Number two, to promote Islam by hook or by crook, this is the reality. And yes, certain people do praise him at certain times, but then again, he has been destroyed, demolished so many times by the Islamic scholars as well. And that's the reality of it. We all know the holes in the narrative thing. He destroyed himself over there anyways, and so many others. Like even when I speak about Muhammad Hijab in Pakistan and India, as you know that my Urdu channel and Hindi channels, and whenever I mention Muhammad Hijab, every time I receive a response is as, who said he is a scholar? Who said he is an imam? Who said he is a mufti? He's just a babbling BS. That's what people say. That's the narrative in India and Pakistan.
Okay, so one of the things I find out also yesterday, Mohammed Hijab is also in the Islamic Council for Marriage. So apparently, according to Islamic standards, yeah, she's correct. Some people have pretty high view of Mohammed Hijab. I'll share that clip as well. How Mohammed Hijab is marrying people off in 1 minute through WhatsApp, and then their dowry is McDonald's meal. Very, very disturbing. But yeah, sex is important in Islam.
Okay,
And
I'm so sorry. Uh, Marriage for a McDonald's meal and spend a night and then divorce the person?
just wait, brother, wait. That's now you're jumping, see?
No, you just said that.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna show a video where Mohammed Hijab is telling people how
Oh my,
marrying of people in.
oh, that's painful.
I know. That's why you are here, brother. Sharing is caring. Share each other's burden. Ready? Can I continue?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
make sure at the end of the video you remind me that 1 minute marriage thing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
For the truth to prevail, and for justice to be served, and for there to be accountability, and that we don't give unconditional impunity to our elites, because this is not how our religion has been preserved. This is the story of my marriage to Mohammed Hijab, and how his actions that he claimed are permissible by Allah
Wow.
really destroyed my life. I'm coming from a religious family.
Justification is very, very good. How to say?
Permissible by Allah. I'm sorry, you're thinking the right words, but I am the most simplest guy when it comes to English. My English is really bad. So this, like, he is defending his position that
But
this is how Allah revealed it.
yeah, okay. So I am beating you. I don't need to give you an explanation. Allah said it, so I'm doing. This is Islamic. Oh, like you get to hear. I haven't watched all of it. You get to hear the parts where she's telling us like how Mohammed Hijab was simply justifying. Oh yeah, actually, I don't even need to justify to anyone. If you expose me, I will expose you too. And who is gonna have pity on you? No one, not woman, not man. Just like anyway, let's focus. Let's focus. Hatun, don't get distracted.
My father is part of the Dawa himself, organized Dawa work. I was part of an organized Dawa group in my own country growing up since I was a teenager. This is the life that I wanted to have. And I just wanted to make sure that when I die, I'm going to die on the faith of Islam. And I'm going to try my best to spread it everywhere as much as I can. So that's how we met. It was for a Dawa work that was liaised between us through an Islamic institute. Asked me a few questions about myself, if I was married. Told him I was going through a divorce. So he told me that he worked for an Islamic council at the time. He gave me his contacts.
So Mohammed Hijab is working for Islamic Council, and that council allows him to approve marriages. Okay.
Isn't that illegal in UK? So if you are already married, you go and have another marriage by
You can,
like polygamy?
yeah, you can do that. But your second wife is not under the British government wife, under the registration. Second wife is seen by government as girlfriend. Who is your girlfriend? Under the Sharia, second wife is normal wife. Like recently, I had a gentleman who had 4 wives. He became a Christian. We had to deal with all those practical side of it. So she's involved in the Dawa scene, working among women. Mohammed Hijab is involved in Dawa scene, and they meet through work. Very common, okay? And then he's asking her about questions. At this stage, she is going through divorce. Okay?
Wow.
What was the name of that Muslim guy who was charging $250 for marriage counseling? Anyway, that's different. Just came to my mind. But anyway, so she's going through divorce. Mohammed Hijab gives him his contact details. All that. Nice.
Details, and told me to contact me if I needed help. and to go forward to that council to try and reconcile the marriage. He was very respectful. He was trying to help me. He knew all the details about that case, and he was helping me throughout the whole process.
Very
Fast
helpful
forward, he started
gentleman.
giving me hints that he's interested in.
Don't you love like how helpful he is? I know your case inside out. I am the best help you will ever meet. Oh, meantime, what is that thing you do like when you are there is a term flirt. Meantime, he's kind of taking steps for the flirting, okay? Let's continue.
Started giving me hints that he's interested in getting married to me. He spoke to me about himself, his family, his childhood, his preferences. He told me I am not like your ex-husband.
His preferences. Do you remember that video?
Man, that is exactly like what Muhammad did to Muhammad, like the real Muhammad that they follow, did to Javeria. You remember the story of Javeria?
Yeah, but like, so just take Islam out of it right now. So you remember the clip? Remember you turned up to my live stream?
Yeah.
You got very, very disturbed by what Mohammed Hijab was saying. He was talking about like checking the shape of the
Yes.
woman. Those proportions were very important.
Yeah.
What he likes, all those kind of things. Okay, so he,
Yeah.
good thing he told her all these things by this stage. In case everyone forget it, Mohammed Hijab is married man with 3 kids. He's got a child almost over 10 years old. Okay.
Wow.
And whatever you see on social media, don't worry, because I'm very good as a husband.
Oh.
My life was extremely hard, and he knew that, and I'm his neighbor. I couldn't understand why he was giving me all those hints every time, but he never took that step. Whenever I found a suitor that I started considering to introduce to my father, it was extremely hard for me to navigate that by myself. Mohammed Hijab used to come back again. This cycle continued a few times. At that stage, I didn't know if he was divorced or not. Until he...
Okay. So, just wrapping up, making sure we know like what's happening. She's a divorced woman. Mohammed Hijab, she's divorcing, in the process of divorcing. Mohammed Hijab is the kind of guy who is in charge of her case, looking at her case, knowing the case inside out, wants her to get reconciled, but no, it doesn't work. She gets divorced. And then as a good friend, what he does, I'll kind of, we see who we can find you to get married. So you've got to get married, you know? And then people are stepping in. They are filling up their CVs, and then no, this person is not okay. This person is not okay. Mohammed Hijab is advising. No, I am sure there is something about this gossip. This person, I am sure there is something about this person. No, Aisha, you are so important. None of those men can even pour water in your hands. Just say no to them. Meantime, remember my childhood? Remember how hard life was? See what I built for myself? And don't kind of worry about what you see on social media. I am a good husband. I am a very good husband. Okay?
Later, oh no. Until he asks for my hands. Formally, he told me, would you like to consider me as a husband? He told me it's going to be polygyny.
I have a wife. How would you feel about being my second wife?
As a Muslima, Allah allowed it. But as a woman, why would she degrade herself this much?
Well, there is already emotional attachments, and Mohammed Hijab is like, it's all about me. Okay? Mohammed Hijab asks, okay, would you want me to be your husband?
At that stage in my life, I wasn't ready for polygyny. When he proposed to me, he told me it's polygyny. I asked him to give me some time to pray istikhara. I wasn't sure. But when I thought about it, I thought he is a good man. I think from what
Good man?
from how the scholars
He's
are
a good
praising
man.
him,
Yeah, see?
he is going to be capable of taking care of a big family. He is qawwam, he is a guardian, he is knowledgeable, he is religious, he is pious, and
Yeah.
he is praiseworthy.
Pious? What kind of a pious person will hide a marriage and do polygamy? Like,
We
what
don't,
is she saying?
she hasn't come to that part yet.
Okay.
Mohammed Hijab is a good man. He's religious person. He likes Islam. He's all good. Everyone praises him. All those things. He's good guardian. He can look after all the family. All that money comes in from all that begging to people stuff, or getting, actually not begging, I apologize, deceiving people and collecting their monies. All those kind of things, okay? And yeah, he meets with the tick box. Just remember, Allah is the only praiseworthy, okay? There is like lots of shirk is going on here. Let's not focus on that. We are just trying to help this emotionally broken woman to express her feelings of and her thoughts of what Mohammed Hijab did to her.
Further to that, he was pushing the idea and reassuring me that I'm going to be very happy with him. Reassured me so many times and told me that I should never worry, that he's not going to be keeping this family safe. He told me that he's ready and he's going to be taking care of everything. So there were so many things I took into consideration based on which I built my trust. Mohammed Hijab was trustworthy for me 100% for so many reasons. It's not only that he gave me his words and he's famous. I took time. I thought about it very deeply. I ticked boxes, a very long list of boxes.
Stupid woman.
His mother, his care of his family, the fact he was able to keep his family together for a very long time with his kids, and he memorized the whole Quran. He's in the front line of the dawah. He's praised. There is a testimony of hundreds of scholars around the world who are praising him. He was placed in a position of marriage counseling, divorce in the Islamic Council. There were so many things. It was not for me just like the emotional element of it, because he expressed his feelings to me.
Then he did it.
I had feelings for him too. It was not just that. For me, it was a very big, rigorous process that I took, based on which, at that stage, whatever promise he would make, I would trust him. In قالها.
Okay.
So sister, what Muhammad Hijab did was exactly what Muhammad did. So if she is saying that he is a praiseworthy Islamic guy, he is trustworthy Islamic guy, then woman is nothing more than a piece of meat for the Islam.
Yeah, but she didn't think that.
But like she needs to know that.
Yeah, but she didn't think about it. Remember, she said, "Oh, I want to die in Islamic faith." She didn't think about it. She's got this Mohammed Hijab, who is like, "Oh yeah, I'll protect you. I'll protect you. I'll do this. I'll do this." And then she was like, "Why not?" He meets all these tick boxes, and it's not like she's expressing. It's not like, "Oh, I just thought he was like a handsome, all that," but oh no, I spent time and then thought about it. I had my list. He was ticking all the boxes in my list. He was ticking all the boxes in my list. And extra to that, he must be very good. Why? Because he's in Islamic Council. He is dealing with marriages and divorces, all this kind of things. So, yeah, that's like extra tick.
Man, so many ticks.
Yeah.
فقد صدق. I am excited. I'm excited. I am happy. I'm gonna have kids. And I was ready to have children. And we have the same ambition, the same lifestyle, the same priorities in life. All of a sudden, he stopped everything. He said, I think the best thing for me to do for you right now is that I wouldn't go ahead with this marriage. I was confused, especially after he opened up about his feelings. He spoke to my father. He's been pushing the idea forward. I had feelings for him too. I tried to get explanations from him, but he didn't give me any reply. So we stopped contact. It took me a very long time trying to recover, and we stopped contact completely. After
Okay. So everything was about to move forward. I was about to get married, and no, he kind of decided, yep, I'm not gonna go forward with this. Probably Mohammed Hijab just enjoyed having this beautiful breakfast in his bed, and then he just like, oh yeah, maybe it might not work. My wife might not be happy with about it. Lots of things might happen. So what is the best thing to do? Let's not talk at all.
Wow. It is. Oh, anyhow, yeah.
like 8 months, he contacted me again. He apologized and said I couldn't go ahead with the marriage last time because I had personal reasons. I am back. I am here now. Let's go ahead with this. I am ready. Don't worry. We're going to go ahead with this time. Let's just make things quick. And he was rushing up the process.
8 months he's silent, okay? And then suddenly he calls her, oh, baby, I love you, remember? Actually, I don't need to even tell you. Baby, let's go ahead and get this done quickly. Oh, I can't give you more details, baby, about things. It is personal. But remember, I poured my heart to you. Just come back to me. Let's get on with it.
Man, it is absolutely crazy.
Obviously, I told him you have to talk to my father again. And like, it was quite hard this time, especially that he told me he's not ready to make a big wedding back in my country. I told him that's okay. He said, I am not ready. I'm not able to go and meet your dad in person for personal reasons. And I trusted him.
Wow. So
Listen.
somebody who can't even go to the dad to meet, she trusted him. That's it's going south in every sentence that she is saying.
Oh, we can't have the big wedding in wherever your country is. Let's say sake of the argument, Egypt. We can't do that. I've got my personal reasons. Oh, I can't even come to your father and then ask for your hand. I've got my personal reason, but let's use the Zoom. Zoom is the magical thing these days. You can get everything done, okay? You can do your court cases,
Marriage on Zoom.
cases to marriages, to meet with the family, meet with the in-laws. Let's just get it done.
It's actually halal, and you just have to convince your dad. But he told me I'm not ready to show my face. I was confused. I told him my dad is not going to agree to this. My father told him that my daughter and her child go together and they are a trust around your neck, an amana. Told him, don't worry, they're going to be in very safe hands. He promised that he's going to be meeting my family later. My dad gave me the permission to go ahead with the marriage. After we consummated the nikah,
Oh, so
hijab kept on reassuring.
he did marriage on Zoom. Did he
Yep.
consummated the marriage on Zoom as well? Like
No,
how, like you
no. Marriage didn't happened on the Zoom, brother.
oh, so it
He just couldn't bother to meet with the family. He couldn't bother to deal with all the in-law things. So therefore, so with that, yes, he was willing to kind of meet with her and then have sex with her. They consummated the nikah.
yeah, consummated the marriage, so it means they were meeting and having,
Yeah, having
yeah,
that husband and wife things, okay?
yeah.
And Mohammed Hijab kept on ensuring me, baby, I will meet your family. Oh, baby, I love you. All that.
Me, told me, look, I am here for this. There is nothing that could possibly make me act like those players or those men that are incapable or not going to preserve their families and so on. And He told me, regardless of what could possibly happen, I'm going to preserve this family. Gradually, the new rules showed. He's not going to speak to my family ever because he's Islamically not obliged to, he said.
Family, I don't want to talk to them. Even though your father is in Dawa scene too, all that, who cares? I didn't even meet them before. And you know what? This is Islamically justified.
She's justifying it Islamically.
No, he's justifying it Islamically.
He said it's not necessary. Did she accepted that verdict?
He said it is, see, like he
That's
says,
No, no.
he says, because he is Islamically not obligated.
Oh man.
Not obliged to, he said. It's not necessary. It's going to give us more freedom. And he worked on convincing me of that opinion, Islamic opinion.
I'll tell you how this happens, okay?
Okay.
Sorry for the language, brother, but you jumped into the live stream. So she says, no, you've got to meet my family. And then he says, well, I have under the zero obligation to meet with your family. Here's my references. And then she says, but it's not acceptable. Like, they're my family. It's no good. And then he said, oh, sweetheart. And then does things to her. And then time goes on. And then another sweetheart thing. And then, yeah, we moved on.
Wow.
He didn't even have to let them know that we did go ahead with the marriage.
And that was... that up? Did you pick that up, brother? Making sure everyone picked that up. We don't even let them know that we are married now.
Like, even the parents of your wife does not need to know.
Yeah. Only the wali.
No, but like she was previously divorced, so she doesn't even need a wali for the second marriage. You need it for the first marriage.
Oh, well, then good, Mohammed Hijab, for justifying the using the woman for sex in hotel rooms.
Yeah,
no, we did go ahead with the marriage. And that way we're going to have more freedom. Then he told me.
What happened? Okay. The reason they're not telling anyone, because they want to have their own freedom. Okay. There is something called open marriage. I was recently looking into it. So husband and wife can go and do their own things. Remember this Mohammed Hijab? He turns up the YouTube channels and then like, well, my wife is there to obey me, but in here, this is all about the free marriage. Don't tell anyone. Go and do with other people, whatever you want to do.
Oh wow. So freedom about what? I need to ask the question, what freedom can you not have once you tell everyone? Like freedom of what? Freedom of divorcing you? Because if you're married and everybody knows, you still have a freedom because you are married. You can go anywhere together because you're married. So what freedom was he thinking about? Like the only freedom that I can think of is like that I can freely divorce you whenever I feel like divorcing you because I have never informed any of your parents or anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see any other freedom. Do you see any other freedom, sister?
So, but as the time goes on, we will figure out they're having their sex in hotel rooms. Okay. So he just comes and then goes when he needs extra sex. So he will have his freedom. He doesn't have to even pay. See.
Hey, look, let's just book a flight and go out of the country and just forget about that. Let's just have a good free life. And you're not going to have to explain yourself to anyone. Most of the marriages break because of the in-laws. Let's just not add more in-laws in the picture. After the nikah, Mohammed Hijab wanted a sex marriage. He wanted a hotel marriage. But it didn't stop there. There was more to come.
Okay. I need help to figure out what is sex marriage and what is hotel marriage.
I need to search these terms as well because I only know of marriage.
Well, it's such a shame that we didn't see this video earlier so we could learn more about it. So apparently now, like, okay, we've done the nikah. You don't need to tell everyone. You've got your own freedom. let's go to the honeymoon, all those kind of things. Actually, like, we can treat that as honeymoon, but it's not. We are gonna do sex in hotels.
Because like I do not know about hotel marriage. The only thing I know is one night stands in hotels. That's what I've seen in movies, and it's called one night stand.
Because I was
Like
gonna, do you know that, brother? But yeah, thank
yeah,
you.
I've seen that in the movies. You know, I see English movies, and that's the only thing that I know is like it's called one night stand. It's not called marriage. Like when you marry somebody, you keep the lady in your home, in your home. That's what it is. Like you take her to your home, and that's her home. And I don't know what she's saying right now.
So, Peter is saying hotel marriage is muta. For muta, there needs to be like date for divorce, as well as payment needs to be done from the enjoyment he gets from the sex. Okay.
And that happens in Shia Islam. In Sunni Islam, sister, it's called Misyar. If you
Yeah.
search on Misyar, you don't need to tell that the end date. You know that there is an end date. She does not need to know that there is an end date.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is not even gonna be under the muta or misyar, because he is not paying her.
He told me, listen, just act like a girlfriend. We're going to have like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. Don't worry, it's halal. We are married now. He wasn't asking about my rent, my provision. He never asked about those and never offered to pay for them.
Yeah, no payment.
Then he went on a
Free
trip,
sex.
a Dawa trip, and he told me that he was not ready to argue about my family situation. He said, don't worry, just delay it. We're going to talk about it when I come back. So we carried on. We had like interactions like a husband and wife. And I was waiting for him to come back in order for him to talk to my family and get their blessings. And I told them, my father is going to ask me now if we did go ahead with the marriage. I have to give him a reply. He told me, just lie. Delay
Huh?
it. Tell him we didn't go ahead with it yet.
He said, just lie. You know, lying is only permissible in Islam if you cannot achieve a good purpose without lying.
He's
But
achieving
here,
purpose, brother. He's achieving good purpose. He's getting free sex. He doesn't have to pay. He doesn't have to go through all those in-laws.
but then he can lie, not her.
Well, he's just passing to her. She can do it. She loves she loves him, and probably he's gonna say it's all Islamically justified. Just do it.
Oh my goodness.
I was stuck because I can't talk to my father and tell him, well, the man I told you to blindly trust and sign a contract with him for marriage doesn't want to talk to you because he's Islamically not obliged to. Your sister is just going to be jealous of you. She's older. She's never been married before. You're going to get used to this situation. It's halal. There is nothing wrong with it. Why are you making things difficult?
Poor Mohammed Hijab suddenly end up with a woman who is nagging him to meet with the family and then tell them we got married. Poor Mohammed Hijab. Imagine his suffering. There is a nagging woman. Meet with my family. Meet with my family.
Wow. But like that nagging is, I think that's her right. At least once he has to meet the family and say, I'm marrying your daughter, or I have married your daughter in the past tense. That's a very reasonable ask.
Reasonable ask, but is it Islamic? No, because in the marriage, like, there's no need for that. He's gonna justify everything.
Yes, but then he has to take her out of the house and put it in his house.
Yeah. So someone is expressing. It's her fault that she's making life very difficult for this playboy.
Okay.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Poor Mohammed Hijab had a nagging wife and potential extra in-laws, and then he wasn't paying her, all that.
I'm going to try not to get you pregnant. This is a real relationship.
No worries. You are not gonna make baby from me. I will work very hard to make sure you don't make baby from me.
Going to keep this like this for the rest of our life. I told him, are you going to change this for what you promised me at a later time? He said, no, this arrangement works the best for me, and I have no intention of changing it. As soon as he said that, I asked for divorce. He confirmed that he had no intention of paying the bills or the rent. He said, you didn't ask me for that when we were getting married. He said that he just wanted to have full discretion. Everything is up to him. He will never change the hotel ever. He will never speak to my family ever. He's not going to be paying for anything. And we're not going to have kids, not going to be taking care of my daughter, nothing. We're never going to have a home. Every word he uttered was trauma for me.
Okay. So, Adam Sika, when you are getting married, a woman needs to say to you, well, you need to pay for the rent.
Yes.
You need to pay for the food. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, because woman didn't request for the rent. Woman didn't ask for any payment for the food. Or like in marriage, it's in the marriage, husband works, wife works, or husband works, brings the money home, and then like that's like their money. It's not like his money, your money. Your money goes to the rent, my money goes to my banking. It's not like that. This is our money. We are sharing and living life together.
Not in Islam.
But
That's
currently,
you're talking about Christian concept, sister. This is not in Islam.
actually not even Christian, normal like human concept at this stage. But in
Okay.
Islam, well, no, he's not going to pay the rent. Why? Because she didn't tell on before they had the sex thing. She didn't tell them, well, can you contribute to the rent? Can you look after the child? Now he's just like under zero obligation. Now the video of Mohammed Hijab, remember that he had this video with a group of Muslim men, and then
Yeah.
he was like saying, well, the husband doesn't even need to tell the first wife that you've got the second wife. He's not under the obligation. Now it all makes sense because he's talking not only from Islamic perspective, but he's also talking from his practical examples.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Wow. And this shows the real face of Islam.
Yes,
You,
you were
I
saying
said this is the real face of Islam in reality, if you look at it, because that is how it is in Islam. Um, you have to bring her home, but like this, all of this, what he's saying, it reminds me of the Misyar marriage where the woman goes back to her father's home. So in reality, this is like a kind of a Misyar marriage. Like all of the things that he said, that he doesn't have to pay rent, he doesn't have to do this, he doesn't have to do that, he doesn't have to tell your family, and etc. etc. All of this correlates to the Misyar marriage, which you actually do because you are away from your family and you can do it. But and that's like,
it is
or you need sex, you
it
can do
is not
that.
even prostitution, because in prostitution woman gets money.
Yeah,
Okay.
in Misyar you don't.
Yeah, so in here, look at it like in lady's mind, after like she said like, oh, I spent time to think about it and then make decision, all of this, and then now it turned up actually no, he doesn't want to meet the family, doesn't want to take care of the house, doesn't want home with me, doesn't want like he says like, I'll make sure you don't make babies, I'll make sure you are not pregnant. I didn't even know these things were Islamically acceptable, but I didn't look into it like all that, like kind of what man can do to not make sure like he's not making baby from the woman, all that. But like now she end up, okay, I want a divorce. If you're not gonna provide for me, if you're not gonna be my full-time husband, this is like part-time husband. Yasir Kadir talking about even not part-time husband in a hotel. Like they're not even having sex in a house, but they are meeting in a hotel to have sex.
Oh, There you go. May I show something before you move forward? I want to show you what he really did. So all of the things that she told us, there you go. This is in Islam Q&A, and I'm showing it. So let's read this before you continue, because people need to understand that this is in Islam, and this is the disgusting thing. I thought that I will never see this kind of a thing in my life, but this is what it is. What is Misyar Marriage? This is Islam Q&A. Okay, I will share the link for everyone to keep it and read it at a later time as well. It's in the
Yeah.
private chat, sister. You can share
There
it
is
whenever you feel
there
it.
is a clip. There is a clip on by Yasir Qadi talking about this as well. Check that out
Yeah.
as well.
What is Misyar marriage? Is it halal or haram? Summary of the answer. Misyar marriage is when a man does Sharia marriage contract with a woman, meeting the conditions of the marriage, but the woman gives up some of her rights, such as accommodation, maintenance, or the husband staying overnight with her. So when Mimi Hijab in the beginning told her before marriage that I'm not going to meet your parent, or maybe I'm going to meet your parents later, he said maybe, and then you will stay at your own home. So I'm not going to give you accommodation and maintenance, and she never asked for it. This is a Misyar marriage. If Misyar marriage fulfills the condition of the valid marriage, namely the proposal and acceptance, which she did, the consent of the wali and witness or announcement of the marriage, that is a valid marriage contract. But for her part, she was pre-divorced, and because she was pre-divorced, then the permission of the wali is not required. And when we read this, it's according to the Sunni Islam, and it's clear. It's clear. The people can read the rest of the article, but I just read the summary, because like someone needs to stay in their family home, either because they are only caregiver for the family member, or because the woman has handicap, or the family do not want the husband to be burdened with something he cannot bear, and stay in touch with her without having to put too great burden on himself, because she has children and cannot move with them. She had children. He doesn't want that children to be with him.
Check, as I said, check Yasir Qadi's video. I think we've got the video on the channel as well. Check Yasir Qadi's video where he simply says this is more convenient. It's kind of part-time husband. Okay, so now she's becoming like not even part-time wife. She's like a wife. She's a woman who Mohammed Hijab goes and then have sex in a hotel.
Yeah, because in some cases, husband may want to conceal his second marriage from his first wife for the fear of the consequence that they may result in the relationship. So we see that this is actually Misyar marriage, sister. It is a Misyar. That is absolutely nonsense, stupidity to the very least. Like it's
Islam is very dangerous ideology towards non-Muslims, but it is heartbreakingly disgusting ideology towards Muslims. If think about it, they are doing this to a Muslim woman who has been Muslim all of her life. This is not even like convert, like where it's very easy to kind of bully converts or blackmail converts into marriages. They are very easy to become second wife, secret wives, all those kind of things. They're new to the Islam. They're just put there for Muslim men's sexual pleasure. But they are doing this to someone who has been Muslim for all of her life. And it is disgusting. It is really disgusting. Like, but Islam, this is what Islam does. This is what Islam does. And stupid lady starts with the video, oh, I want to die in a Muslim faith. This is what your Muslim brothers who are spreading Islam is doing to you. And you were involved in spreading Islam. You left your brain under your skirt, just like. Do I feel compassion towards her?
angry,
Better to
probably.
not answer. Better to not answer that question.
He confirmed that he had no intention of paying the bills or the rent. He said, you didn't ask me for that when we were getting married. He said that he just wanted to have full discretion. Everything is up to him. He will never change the hotel ever. He will never speak to my family ever. He's not going to be paying for anything. And we're not going to have kids. not going to be taking care of my daughter, nothing. We're never going to have a home. Every word he uttered was trauma for me. Every single one of them harmed me, carved wounds inside my heart. I was sick. I was sick. I was traumatized. I was shocked. I was not ready to hear that. I asked for divorce and he gave it to me. And he was very angry. He said, "Why are you refusing something that is halal? This is Misyar. Why are you not accepting it?"
See, this is Misyar. Like, come on.
It is free
Like,
prostitution. He can label it however he wants it. He can label it hotel sex. He can label it however he wants it. Okay? But it is worse than prostitution. And it is Islamic, it is halal. And she didn't even know it's a misyar until like after they had like hotel room sexes.
because you don't have to tell the wife that you are doing a misyar in the misyar. That's the beauty of misyar. You do not have to inform the wife that you are doing a misyar because you are doing a legal marriage. You do not have to inform the wife. You just have to inform the conditions, the meeting conditions. That's it. A woman in Islam can be used by a man as a tissue paper. Use it, clean your desire, and then throw it.
Better word is toilet paper, brother.
Toilet paper, all right?
That's the better word. Wonderful ideology, isn't it? He got angry and then he said, "This is all halal. It's misyar. It's all halal. Who do you think you are getting upset?" Oh, poor Mohammed Hijab. Remember, he got angry, probably just sat down and then ate ice creams. Stupid man. But this is Islam. Let me say it again. Islam is really, really very dangerous ideology towards non-Muslims. Islam uses new believers, new converts into Islam, and deceives them and then destroys them. That's what they do, okay? And now, to their very own, who born in, you can figure out who she is, okay? Who born in a Muslim family, involved with Dawa, her father is involved with Dawa, she's involved with Dawa, and she's been treated as toilet paper. If they are doing this to one of their own, you should all be scared what they are doing to the new converts and non-Muslims. You should all be scared and worry about it.
He was very angry. He said, "What am I going to tell my friends now?"
Oh, my friends.
When did he tell his friends before?
No, now probably he's telling his friends like, "Oh, I've got someone in the hotel. I'm gonna do like this my couple of hours job, finish it, and then I'll come back. Just give me like a couple of hours. I'll deal with this like between my lunch break and my dinner break." And now it's gonna look very bad for him because Mohammed Hijab is all about, "Oh, glorify me, I am the man, blah blah." And then now woman is asking for divorce. That's what make Mohammed Hijab look bad. He's like, he's got wife at home who brings the food, breakfast in the bed. He's got like everyone just like hunting for him. He's like this, so like someone who's got immunity or something. And then suddenly this woman says, "Well, since you are using me as a toilet paper, now I want divorce." Imagine how that's gonna affect his all that charm and charisma, and he's not even thinking about like, oh, how this is gonna look bad for Islam. He's like, what I'm gonna tell my friends. Ready? Continue.
I was confused. You have completely destroyed my life, my emotions, my mental health, my physical health, my social interactions. I broke. There is no one to take care of my daughter at all. I was completely broken. Many years of interactions, nice promises, speaking to my father and promising him many nice things, telling me that there is love in this and so on. And at the end, that's what I ended up with. After we argued a lot after our divorce, he told me, look, I can take you back if you want to accept what I asked from you. I said, obviously, I will.
Oh, how about having another misyar? It's halal. All you need to say is say the word. I'll take you back, baby.
This is going south. What did she say? Oh, at that time now? I want to see that now.
I said, obviously, I will never accept something like that. I couldn't even believe that he was asking me something like that at all. I was
She's
sick.
like really stupid. She's into Dawa, doesn't know about Misyar, already being like doing Misyar thing, meeting with a woman, meeting with a man in a hotel rooms, and then doing things. And then man is saying like, it's not like, you know, a couple of years back, I met family from Afghanistan. This child, okay, she's 6 or like she's easily under 10, okay, she's very very young child, and she's married to a man who is in his 70s, like looks like grandfather. And when I asked her if they're married, if he's having sex with her stuff, she didn't even know the words I was talking about. I had to ask her certain way that she could express to me what he's doing to her. Okay, because she was just so child, she didn't know anything. But this is a woman who is being divorced as a child. When she's doing things in the hotel room, she doesn't know what he's doing to her. I was so sick. I am broken. He deceived me. This is just Misyar. What's wrong with your own bedroom? You are meeting with a man in a hotel room and then doing husband and wife things, and then man is telling you, while I am doing these things to you, I am making sure that you are not getting pregnant. So she still didn't pick those things up?
I was sick. After some time, again, during my idda, he told me, okay, look, I'm going to fix up everything now. Going to involve your family and all those things that we agreed to. I couldn't trust him anymore. I contacted the sheikh and I was like, I really don't know what I have to do.
Okay.
So he had the audacity to come back again. That is just unbelievable.
And so,
They think of women as rubbish.
brother, don't miss the order. She asked for divorce. He said, it's going to make me look very bad for my friends. But I want to, if you are happy with the conditions of this misyar, that you are like worse than toilet paper, I'll use it as a toilet paper, I'll use you worse than prostitute, then I am in for it. And then she says, nope. And then time goes on, Mohammed Hijab is like, I can't do without her. No, I don't get to have sex in the hotel bedrooms. I'll approach her again because now she's desperate. She doesn't want anyone to know she's just been used for men's sexual pleasure. I'll approach her again. And then see if she would accept the same conditions.
Wow.
Someone look like his prophet.
Oh, that is exactly what the prophet said, by the way. Yeah. He must be very proud of himself right now.
Probably. And then now she's like desperately need help. She's getting in touch with the sheikhs. Okay.
I don't know whether or not I should trust him anymore. In our final interaction, he was like, look, that arrangement of meeting in hotels is what I was looking for. And I thought you are the best suitor for that kind of marriage. It is halal. And that's the only arrangement that works for me. And
I've got wife at home. I've got kids at home. But I am looking like a couple of hours sex in the hotel room. I'll pick the hotel. You just pay for it. That's what I am looking. Are you up for it or not? Oh, this is like what I am looking for, and I know you are the most suitable woman for that. Yeah, you are the woman who goes to the hotels and then sleeps with a man. Not sleep, sorry, have sex with a man.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. And I'm in shock right now. Like
Why
seriously.
are you in shock, brother? It is
Because
this.
the first time is okay. The second, like you did all of that, and then you have the audacity to go back again and ask the same. Like I'm shocked for the second time. The first time is okay.
This is third time. This, don't miss it. This is third time.
Oh yeah, yeah. First time he didn't even go through with everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so like he is in the Islamic Council, marriage and divorce thing. What is he doing to this woman? You are there for my sexual pleasure. That's what I am looking. I've got wife at home. Like, you know, she's at home now. She's probably fat. And then all these children at home, they cry. They want more food. They want someone to look after them. They want someone to watch telly with them. All those, they want someone to read to them. All these things. Sometimes I can't take that. But as a man, well, I want to have sex. I can't do that at home because I got distracted from the crying kids or phone calls. I'm looking something to do in a hotel room.
Wow.
But that's all what I wanted. He called it sex marriage. He called it a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. And all of these things were mentioned after he got married to me.
Oh, I was.
No. After he had sex with her, not after he.
Yeah. After he got sex with me, now he just like telling me, our marriage is sex marriage. Sex marriage. Sex marriage.
Mashallah.
Married to me. After he dragged me emotionally for years, for him, I was giving up on so many real options for marriage.
It's not only like 1 or 2 hotel bedroom sexes. It is for years.
She gone through this abuse for years. Unbelievable.
She choose it.
I wanted to have kids. I wanted to take care of myself. I needed guardianship, me and my daughter, because I can't play both roles. I was struggling a lot. This is the guy I got married to, and I thought, alhamdulillah, finally I am safe. Mohammed Hijab was the only man in this country I could ever possibly trusted this much.
Yeah, this
He
way,
knew
so I go and
everything
have
about
sex
my
in a
life,
hotel room.
my ambition, my background, my family. He knew everything. He knew my father is a very old man. He knew that I would struggle a lot to find a suitable husband because there is no one to help me vet anybody. He reassured me a lot about all of these details. Told me, you are in safe hands. I will take very good care of you, keep you safe. He told me I am not like those men who trash women the next day.
No, he did not thrash the next day. That is true. He
Yeah,
took a few years.
Yeah, I don't trash the woman next day. I'll just take a couple of years.
Yeah, he took his time.
Yeah,
That you have to give to him,
yeah,
sister.
yeah,
That credit is due. He did not thrash
yeah.
the next day.
I don't trash them. I don't trash them tomorrow. I'll just trash them like for years and then make them like feel that. So she is clearly immigrant in UK, and then they are using these lovely hotel rooms to do certain things.
Told me that he fights against feminism. After he married me, he wanted me to be independent. He told me if I take care of all the women around me and I deal with all their needs, I'm never going to be able to do anything for the dawah. He didn't want to pay for the bills.
Did you pick that up?
Can you rewind, please? Like she's saying like two, three things, and I think that's
So it looks like he's involved with lots of women, and then he says,
yeah.
"How can I do this? Like, if I take you all as a wife, deal with you all this, I don't have time. Like from one sex to other sex, one sex to other sex, and another sex, another sex. I don't have time for dawa." I don't have that much money.
Wow, man, this is going south more and more with every passing sentence.
Yeah, like she clearly expresses like Mohammed Hijab is kind of putting the words in a way like you are not the only one. How I'm gonna deal with this? Let me play it so you can pick up. Okay.
Needs. I'm never gonna be able to do anything for the dawah.
Yeah.
He didn't want to pay for the bills. He said you didn't ask for it during the nikah. He wanted me to play both the role of a man and a woman in my life. He used to fight the red pill movement. And now he was using their own statements with me. It's okay, you're gonna get used to it, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I don't think that there is anyone who could ever possibly get to understand the degree of damage this whole thing has caused me. Mohammed Hijab for me was a representation of 23 years of dawah. For me, he was a role model. He was a man of knowledge. He was someone I respected and I did put at a very high scale. I followed this exact same process that we normally use, based on which we get to trust men of religion who are sharing with us the Quran and Sunnah. When I realized I was going through an extremely horrible mental health crisis, I reached out to one of the shuyukh. I just wanted someone to help me understand what happened. My trauma did grow even bigger because Muhammad Hijab's reaction to that was crazy. He started threatening me as well to silence me.
Oh, did you pick that up?
Yeah, he threatened her.
When I approached others for help, Mohammed Hijab just got upset and then he threatened me. He wants to silence me. Why? Because I was his like sex buddy in a hotel room. He didn't want people to know about it.
And I don't know why a woman could fall for hijab kind of a guy anyways, it's crazy.
Well, you
But
didn't pick up the qualifications she put forward for him. Remember, she spent time to
yeah,
think about all this. He was ticking the boxes, some boxes. He was getting a couple of more ticks. And now, yeah.
a lot of boxes.
Yep.
Crazy. He started threatening me as well to silence me openly. He was like, listen, if you're going to expose this, I can get away with it. I can say anything as an excuse. And you're not gonna get nothing from that. No one is gonna have pity on you. Women will not.
Wow,
Men.
that's pure harassment. That is pure harassment.
Yeah, but, well, he's correct. I don't have pity on her at this stage. If you go to public about this, no one will believe you. Why? Because I've got all these people behind me. I say one word, I shut people down. It's all fine. You are the something, something, something here. All I did was use you as worst and
Sex,
sex buddy. I
yeah,
don't.
sex doll.
Yeah, in a hotel room, not even in a house, in a hotel room.
I can give any excuse. I can tell them I was sexually not satisfied. In fact, I don't even have to give any excuse whatsoever. I gave you.
Yeah.
That's true as well. Yeah, he doesn't have to give any excuse as a man in the marriage, as a Muslim man in the marriage. That's like, quite frankly, he's exposing Islam more than what we can do, sister. Quite frankly,
Yeah,
with
like
this marriage, he exposed Islam to her. I don't know. Is she still a Muslim
yeah,
after all this?
yep,
Really?
yep.
Wow. So Islamic scholar just explained him all the good things about Islam, yet she's still a Muslimah. I'm just unbelievable.
Yeah, she's been used as worse than toilet paper under the Misyar Marriage by Mohammed Hijab, threatened all that kind of things, and she didn't even know what she's signing up for, and yeah, she's still Muslim.
Men will not. I can give any excuse. I can tell them I was sexually not satisfied. In fact, I don't even have to give any excuse whatsoever. I gave you a mahr. There were two witnesses. That's it. Done. It was sealed. I'm safe. I never ever imagined these kind of actions would come from him, ever. Anyone, but not him. So he followed a list of Islamic rulings, as he claims, and nothing of what he did was actually haram.
Yeah.
A- And how is she still a Muslim?
Yep.
Sometimes I feel pity for these women.
Don't feel pity. Pity is gonna get her nowhere. Pity is gonna get her nowhere.
Through that.
Everything has been justified in Islam. There is nothing she did or Mohammed Hijab did is haram. It is all halal. It is all halal because this is Islamic. We are looking at from just the human perspective, who's got brain and who's got little bit moral standards. We are saying this is Islam and this is wrong and ugly and dangerous.
Islamically obliged to give false promises to a woman you intend to get married to. You're Islamically not obliged to fulfill those promises.
You can just lie to the woman so
Yep.
that you can get married to her. Actually,
That's what they said as well in their debate. Remember that you can lie to your wife and that's perfectly halal.
yeah, and like you, it's fine. It's just fine. You say something, you don't have to fulfill that. Same Muhammad did in Surah 66. 66. He was like telling, "Oh, I won't do this, I won't do this," and then he went and then broke his promises. So it's exactly what Islam teaches. And when you are Muslim, yeah, you have to deal with the consequences. You go and have sex with a man in a hotel room under the labels. Oh, and then now you are not happy. Well, Mohammed Hijab is right. Looks like, yeah, I have no pity right now.
So
Not obliged to fulfill those promises. You are not obliged Islamically to speak to your in-laws. You don't even have to ask for their blessings after the nikah and congratulations. It's Islamically okay to live in a hotel. The husband can go to wherever he wants with his wife. He's not obliged to pay for anything. He's not obliged to provide because I didn't need provision. It's Islamically okay not to have kids. The Sahaba used to avoid having kids. It's Islamically okay to keep everything secret, to preserve the marriage, even if you are to show up in the hotel separately and come out from it separately. The shuyukh I reached out to them made me even more traumatized. Some of them
scholars are saying, well, there is nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with it. And then they traumatized her.
so Shayu, who knows the Islam, obviously, because she is now going away from Mimi Hijab and going to real Shayu to ask the same questions, and they said the same thing.
Yeah.
She's still a Muslimah. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. If Islam is so good that she followed so many shayu, asked the questions, got the verdict, and all of them agrees that you can use a woman as a tissue paper toilet roll, and yet what? Oh, I have no words now.
And he is right. All these things are halal, as long as the four pillars of nikah were met. You can't know what his intention is. His intention is actually very clear. This is a no-string marriage. He said that with the intention of divorce. He articulated that. He encouraged others to go for these options. He openly and proudly said there is nothing wrong with marriage with the intention of divorce. And through deception, because actually a man is not obliged to Islamically fulfill his promises. There were no actions taken. I asked for help. I wanted these things to be resolved between scholars. I asked for justice. I wanted there to be actions taken. I was harmed. I was harmed. My life was harmed. He completely destroyed me and he was proud of it. Our elites and people who are at the front of this work, they have to be held accountable. It's the silence of scholars and lack of accountability and complete scrutiny that creates monsters.
So here's the thing. She's saying because he's not accountable, scholars are not speaking against this, therefore you've got people like Mohammed Hijab. She still doesn't think, even though people told her this is halal, this is Islamic, this is justified by Islam, she still think, oh no, accountability is gonna fix it. She still thinks if the more scholars speaks against it, it will fix it. That's her mind. Poor girl. Oh, poor girl.
So you will put accountability in something which where Allah did not put accountability. How can you do that as a Muslim? Like, I don't understand her brain mentality at this moment. Like, how can you put accountability on something if the law of Allah does not even allow that accountability? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, okay, so take that as, okay, she's now looking at I am victim mindset, but in that mindset, she's not even like saying, everyone told me this is Islamic. How can accountability is going to fix it? She's not still thinking.
Man, it's like she had a very bad brain dump.
No, she's just someone who lived Islam. A good thing. Sad thing is she has not learned. Pray for her. Pray for Aisha that she repents and then turns to Lord Jesus Christ. Because this brokenness only can be healed by Lord Jesus Christ.
I wanted to have a good life. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to be happy. You have completely destroyed my life and that of my daughter. All the ambition and emotions and dreams I had for religion, I wanted to be part of. Everything that I wanted in my life, that is completely destroyed because of you. I do ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be the judge. I am never going to forgive you. Every breath of time that I have gone throughout all these years because of you, in your falsehood, in your oppression, in your transgression, I do ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to pay me back for that. I will never forgive you. I would like you to bring forward your evidence.
Just a
and
second.
I want to challenge you to Mubahila.
Oh,
okay, let's go to Mubahila later. But the problem here is, sorry, let's go to Mubahila later. The problem here is she's asking the same Allah to punish somebody which Allah allowed that somebody to do all of this. So she went to the Shayukh and they said this is right.
Yeah.
So it is in the Allah's law, it's right. So if Allah permitted this to happen, allowed this to happen, it is allowed and halal. Halal means Allah allowed this to be halal. Then how will Allah punish the person which is halal? Allah doesn't punish the person for doing something halal. Allah reward the person for doing something halal. Like what happened to her mind when she actually went to the scholars? They all agreed this is halal, this is permitted, he's not doing anything wrong. Why is then she asking Allah to punish the person for doing something wrong or something right?
Allah is rewarding him.
Exactly.
Dear Aisha, Allah is rewarding him. Allah is not a just judge. Allah doesn't have any moral standards. His followers are just following what Allah is telling them to do. Allah is giving them right to do this kind of things. Allah is simply telling them, oh yeah, she's another toilet paper. Use her, abuse her, damage her. And then you are asking Allah to, step in and then judge him. And then she's asking for what? Oh, let's meet together and then do cursing, see who is correct. This is just like, let me pull back. she still thinks like this is his sin. No, he's not sinning. He's just doing the things Allah give him right to do so.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You know, you read those things in Islamic tradition. Like, for example, you put the article, and then, like, I remember reading those articles. I remember having discussions and debates. I remember like listening Yasir Qadi on this topic as well. And then once you are start hearing the testimony of woman, you just like, yep, everything is in these articles are practiced by Muslims. It's not like it is just there for guidance, but no, it is there for Muslims to practice it, and they are practicing it, and it is really dangerously ugly. Dangerously ugly. It
The
gets
worst part,
go on.
the worst part is that when I was reading these articles and I was showing it and exposing Islam, like there's no emotions attached, because like you are reading a text, right? So you, the emotions are not there in a way. But when I'm listening to her and she's going to the scholars of Islam, the Muftihane Islam, and they are also saying this is right because that's what Islam says. And then instead of her saying then Islam is the wrong, she's asking the same Allah, the false God Allah, to punish the person to whom Allah gave the right to do such a thing. Now she needs to go to a mental institute, sister. Like really, I earlier said that I feel pity for her. Now I think she needs mental institute. Like after like if the Mufti would have said no, he's doing something wrong, this is not what Allah permitted, then it makes sense for her to say, Allah, please punish him. But when according to her words, the Muftis and scholars said that this is all right, it's halal, it's permitted. Like how can she ask Allah for something when he allowed it? Like she needs a mental institute, sister.
That's why when she said Mohammed Hijab told her that she is suitable for such a relations. Mohammed Hijab knew how stupid this woman is. And then, yeah, you are my sex buddy in a hotel. You are the most suitable person for this. Yeah. And she's saying, okay, let's if I'm not telling the truth, let's come together and then do call curse upon one another. That's Surah 361. And
Yeah.
if one of us is wrong, like that's actually very, very serious act. So she's like, at this stage, as I said, like I wasn't in that hotel room with them. I wasn't in that village when they were doing all those things. I wasn't in those Zoom meetings, any of those things. But at this stage, she's sharing a testimony that this is what happened to me. And she says, oh, one of the reasons we can check if I'm correct or not, we take this serious and then curse one another and then see Allah how the curse is going to fulfill.
This is chapter 3, verse number 61, sister.
Yes, 361. That's on when the Christians, with the story of Christians.
But may I say a few words on Mubahila? Sister, if you look at the Mubahila, according to Islamic sources, I don't know Muhammad even knew any Christians there because the Quran never mentions the word Christians. Christians word in Arabic is Masihi, not Nasara. So I don't know about what Christians the Islam Quran is talking about. But the beautiful part of this verse is that Muhammad took 5 of his people, like Ali, Hassan, Hussein, Fatima, and Muhammad. These were the 5 people that went for Mubahila, whether you treat Sunni Islam or Shia Islam. And if you look at it, they all died miserably. Miserably. So, in fact, Muhammad did the Mubahila. He stated that. But whatever the other party was, Christian party, they said, we are not going to do that. This is wrong. We are here to debate and have a reasonable discussion. They never did that. But Muhammad did it. So, in fact, this proved that Muhammad lied. He was a liar because he died miserably with poison. Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim says that people were dragging him at the end, and the last words of Muhammad was, "Bring me tray to urinate." And he urinated and passed away in the chest on the chest of Aisha. This is how bad he died. Fatima died while the baby was in her tummy, and she was in the house and was dragged and thrown away, and then she died. Hassan died by his own wife, probably, or somebody else, with a knife of poison, or poison that was given to him and drank. Ali died in the mosque with a knife stabbed on the back, and Hussein died miserably, where, according to Islamic sources, his body was not touching the ground and it was on the arrows. That is how many arrows he received before he fell off from his horse. So all of them died miserably, not a natural death. So imagine this. This is like, this proves that Islam is false, absolutely false as well. Like, she wanna do Mubahila, which proved that Islam is false, using Islamic sources. How crazy one can be.
That's what Islam does to human beings. Destroy them. Islam took their brain, and then clearly in this occasion, Islam left this lady's brain in a hotel room where Mohammed Hijab would go and have sex with her when he wanted.
I do ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to pay me back for that. I will never forgive you. I would like you to bring forward your evidence, and I want to challenge you to Mubahila. Your sin is not a sin that has to be concealed. This is not something you did between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in hiding and you repented. This is not what you have done. This is something that you have doubled on. This is something you were proud of. This is something you spread. This is something you encouraged others to follow. This is something you continued with the McDonald's nikah. This is something you have articulated based on Islamic texts and from our own religion. أقسم لك بالله يمينا يا محمد يا حجاب. أقسم لك بالله يمينا. Wallahi, because I know that I'm talking about it is the truth. So I'm calling you out to these two things. Number one, I'm calling you out for Mubahila. Come out. Give me just that Mubahila, that dua. Give me just one dua and then disappear. If you are ready to do this, I would like to tell you something. I give you full permission to go ahead and file defamation case against me in the UK. 100%. You destroyed my life. I had dawah projects. I was working with 10 sisters. I was doing my dawah work. I was taking care of myself. I was ready to get married to a real man, someone who's really going to be caring for me and my daughter. I wanted to have kids. I had ambition. I had emotions. I had love. I had trust. I had belief. You destroyed absolutely everything. You took away my health. You took away everything from me. And I'm going to tell you this. I am here. Come and face me. I am ready to come out for Mubahila, and I am going to be ready to go to court with whatever you would like to accuse me of. If you would like to go ahead with that, wallahi, أفسدت علي دنياي وأفسدت عليك آخرتك.
Okay, let's pause here.
Okay, so the last sentence is very important. You destroyed my dunya, I will destroy your akhirah. How can you destroy his akhirah? When before this Mubahila sentence, while she was speaking the Mubahila sentence, she explicitly stated, you use Islamic sources to do this to me. Then how can you destroy his akhirah?
It's not only she says you used it, but she got confirmation from scholars that this is all Islamic. There is nothing in this is haram. It is all halal. It is all acceptable in Islam. And
Thank you. Then how can she destroy his akhirah if Allah is the right God? Because according to her, Allah is the right God, right? So for the sake of argument, she thinks Allah is the right God. It is the true God, and she'll destroy his akhirah. How? When according like which brain cells is she using?
the ones she left in a hotel room. I don't know.
I don't know either then. I'm sorry. I don't know either.
She does. She does not want to forgive Mohammed Hijab because she wants all Mohammed Hijab's good works one day.
I don't know, Tiger. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well.
Uh, well, that's it. That's all Islam. Uh, it is not just like what we read in articles, what we read from Islamic sources, or what we hear from scholars. They talk about Misyar.
Let
But
me before you close, because I know this is your closing statement. I wanna
close. I wasn't planning to close. But
I
go ahead.
I wa- I wanna show Muhammad doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna move forward.
Do you have the text?
I can get the text, and then I
Okay.
also Muhammad.
Show my screen. Show my screen. This is the Biyanul Quran, one of the tafsir, and it is also in uh what do you call it? Al Badaya wal Nihaya as well. But this is beautiful because this is in my language instead of Arabic. You will not find these things in translated language. You will not. Okay, you will not find these translated into English. So what you can do is, if you want to show somebody, you take a screenshot of this. You will take a screenshot. Okay, once you take a screenshot, then you go to translate.google.com. Okay, and you go to you say Urdu image, and then Urdu, and you drop this here, and it will translate it. It will not be a good translation, but it will translate it a little bit. So this is what you can do. All right, this is not a good translation, but you will be able to show somebody what it is saying. So I'm going to go back to the original source because I can translate it very easy because this is my mother tongue. So what is it saying? Let me just zoom in now because it's easy for me to translate here because there will be no biasness. So what it says, this line above, it says that Muhammad had multiple wives, and there are some difference of opinion, but the famous is that at the time of his death, he had 9 or 11 wives. All right, and two sex slaves, 9 or 11 wives. Now he says, but as far as the remaining wives are concerned, Muhammad had 28 wives. 28. Hazrat Rehana, we also mentioned Hazrat Kalaiba, and there is a difference in opinion of her name. And then Al Aliya bint Zuban, and the Zohri said that Aliya bint Zuban went, Muhammad went to her, did marriage, and then took the rukhsati. Rukhsati means took her out of her house to his house, and then he divorced her. So Muhammad had a one night stand marriage with one of the wives, and one of the call is that he never did the rukhsati. And then he said that next we'll go to uh, Fatma bint Zahak. According to Zohri, Prophet married her, then took her to her home, means had sex with her, and then he divorced her as well. Hazrat Isma bint Nu'man, also Muhammad did the nikah with her, and then she came to Muhammad. Once she came to Muhammad, you divorced her. And then according to one of the separate statement, she asked and she said, let me go. And Muhammad did that. Binte Kaish al Asr was a sister, and she also did the nikah. And then Hazrat Maud, his friend, went away, his brother went away, and that's where she found out that Muhammad died. So once again, she never came to Muhammad, and but then she became a murtad, and then that lady became a murtad as well. And then Asma binte Salat as-Salama, and her second name is Saba as well. Muhammad did the nikah with her, but before Muhammad could take her to her house, Muhammad died. Hazrat Sharik, uh, Muhammad divorced her before Muhammad inserted himself. That's what it is. Dakhul se pehle, before inserting. Uh, and then Ashrafa binte Khalida Wahiba Kalbi was the sister of Wahiba Kalbi. Muhammad did the nikah with her, but Muhammad died before he could take her. So you will see a lot of women Muhammad married, but before Muhammad could enjoy them, Muhammad died because he was given poison. Laila bint Khatim did the nikah with Muhammad, but she was very honorable woman, and she said that please finish my nikah. So she actually asked for a khula, and Muhammad gave the khula. Hazrat Umru bint Mayyan Ankandiya, uh, before she could reach Muhammad, Muhammad died. Hazrat Jamla bint Jumayn, Muhammad did the nikah with her, But before he could do the bed sharing, um, Muhammad divorced. Hazrat Ghufariya, uh, Prophet married her, but then on the day of the night, when Muhammad took her clothes off, Muhammad saw a white mark on her body. Sister, when the body has white marks, what does it call? There's a thing when you have white marks on your body. What is it called? It's a specific problem, right? It's a skin disease.
Yeah.
So Muhammad took her clothes off. Muhammad saw the skin disease, and then Muhammad divorced her after taking off her clothes. Like Muhammad saw her, took off the clothes, saw the white mark, and Muhammad said, "Go, I'm divorcing you." Like imagine 28 wives, and I'm gonna keep on reading. There's a names and everything. Some he had sex, some he did not. Some he died before he could take them home. 28 wives.
So nothing is surprising that Mohammed Hijab is simply following the examples of his prophet, teachings of his God, as well as guidance of Islam, and causing damage to Muslims. There is nothing surprising there. Only the thing we are surprised is like we hear those things, and then just like when it happens, oh, you are surprised. It still happens in England. I've got a clip of Yasir Qadi where he talks about like this part-time husband, part-time wife thing, Misyar Marriage. It's like it is just nothing strange to the world of Islam.
It is simply crazy, sister, if you look at and Javeria is the perfect example for that. Remember? Javeria came to Muhammad for help, and Muhammad said, "Oh, should I not give you better help?" And he's like, "What? Let me marry you." Just like this.
Good,
Just like this lady.
good thing is about Muhammad, he didn't meet with people in a hotel rooms. Maybe because hotels weren't available for him yet.
Exactly. Muhammad had like 13 hujras anyways, right? And he can go into the house of anyone. And then, Allah said to himself, any woman who will give herself to you, just take her and enjoy her.
Yeah.
Chapter number 33, verse number 50.
There is a video on DCCI channel regarding Yasir Qadi who is speaking about Misyar Marriage. I'm gonna play that video a little bit, so we kind of know that it is not something new. It is Islamic and Muslim scholars are talking about it even, and we just become witness that even the Muslim missionary Dawa gangist part-time stripper Mohammed Hijab simply accused of being practicing it. Let's play that video, and then after that I'll play the video where Mohammed Hijab marries people. Mohammed Hijab does like McDonald's marriages.
Oh, yes, please.
She did not want what she said to me, a nagging husband. I don't want a nagging husband. I just want a husband to visit once in a while. And so here's a man. I don't want any money from him. He has his wife and children. And so I don't mind, once a week, twice a week, we agree. She might be a career lady and the man has no job. So she will agree to take on the finances as long as the husband becomes a husband to her. That's the type of life she wanted. She didn't want to live in husband. She did not want somebody constantly with her. She's happy, basically no expectations, and simply agrees to have a person in her life, a man who will become her husband. And they agree to this before the marriage. And it is solidified. A large majority, overwhelming majority of scholars and fatwa councils have said that it is halal. Far more women are economically stronger. They become financially independent. They don't need a male for depending on them financially. And therefore, women feel empowered via their careers. They feel they're happy the way that they are. So a part-time husband might be more ideal for them. We have a surplus of women who are looking for good and decent husbands, and they're not finding them. And spinsterhood is increasing. And because of this, Misyar marriage is on the rise. And each side would offer what they're willing to negotiate on. So men would say, for example, that I can only give one night of the week. I don't have time to spend. I want one night of the week. And the woman for whatever reason, would also say, okay, you know what, I'm fine with only one night and the rest you can spend with your other wife. You don't have to have any sheikh or alim. It can be done in the living room of the bride or the groom's house, and everybody is present over there. And it's going to be the acceptance and proposal should be between the wali and between the husband to be. And when that is done with the mahar and the witnesses and everything, then alhamdulillah, the nikah has taken place. Now the term misyar, and what it means is to make things easy. Okay, it's to make things easy. Now, what exactly is misyar?
Okay.
It was making things easy for Mohammed Hijab. He was just like looking for travel lodge, hotel sex, and then Misyar was there to kind of cover it up, label it.
Whatever he said so far, when we see the movies, and I think there was a movie I saw a long time ago. It was called Friends with Benefits. Like literally, what else is it? So these Muslims, especially the Muftihans, they accuse the Western culture that the Western culture is so bad. They have girls that goes out with boys, then go to their own home. Like you just put an Arabic name to it, and then that's it. Don't call it friends with benefit. Just call it misyar or marriage with conditions,
Sex.
and that's it.
Just put it sex in a hotel.
Yeah. So it's sex marriage. Like that's what the lady said.
Yeah.
Aisha said sex marriage. So just name it, just give it an Arabic name, and the prostitution does not remain prostitution. And the lady abuse does not remain a lady abuse because you have given it a Arabic name. Like they're slave of Arabic. They're like literally these Muslim scholars and Muslim ladies. They're slave of Arabic. Like they're not even slave of Arabs. Forget Arabs. They're slave of Arabic. You give an Arabic word to it, and every bad deed is halal. That's what it is.
Welcome to the world of Islam.
Misyar is the marriage that takes place when a man and woman obviously agree to marry, and the woman agrees to give up some of the rights and the privileges that the Sharia makes obligatory upon the man. And that's why it's the ease marriage, the marriage of ease.
Anyway, you can check this video out on DCCI channel. Just wanted to make a point that Muslim scholars are talking about it, even though Aisha is asking Muslim scholars to step in and then talk about it. Yeah, Muslim scholars are saying, yeah, Allah put it was put together so that everything is easy on man. You give up your rights, you meet in a hotel room, have sex, and then continue your life. Wonderful, just wonderful.
And what's the title of this video? I'm gonna definitely play that.
Yasir Qadi on Misyar Marriage.
All right, perfect. That is like, and they're proclaiming that I think, if I'm not mistaken, Yasir Qadi is in US, Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
He's in Texas, Dallas. I went to his mosque actually 2 years ago.
Did you had a speech with him?
He wasn't there. So the day I went to his mosque was the day Hamas attacked Israel. That day I went to his mosque. No, that day or day before. It was that day or day before. Like it was all over the kind of in the thing. Yeah, his mosque is pretty big. They are trying to build up Sharia city there.
So they're saying all this in
Texas,
America, Texas.
Yeah,
where doing these kind of things in marriage in the American marriage court is actually not permissible. You have, like, if you're married, you have to give money to your wife and your kids.
Yeah, but so that's when they married by like American law. This is under the Sharia law. So misyar is recognized under the Sharia. In UK, like you've got, as I said earlier, you've got people who's got a couple of wives. Those wives, according to the government, are just girlfriends. But according to mosque, according to Islam, those are the wives.
Yeah. So So don't even tell anybody, live as not husband and wife, but just put an Arabic word to it, and there you go. You are worse than a prostitute. Like literally, you're worse than a prostitute.
So as it gets funny with Mohammed Hijab, since Islam is like disturbing and disgustingly funny, Mohammed Hijab on his Facebook. I'm not even on Facebook. I have no idea how did I come across. How was I able to download this stuff? But here is clip of Mohammed Hijab just sharing.
1 minute marriage.
Yeah, listen.
I've gotten people married in 1 minute and 60 seconds because I was busy. Honestly, someone comes to the office and say, listen, I need to get married, this and that. I say, listen, I need to go to the toilet. So this is going to have to be a quick one. I tell you the truth. I've even gotten people married on WhatsApp. And now there's a difference of opinion on the matter. But I was driving and this guy called me and said, look, I'm going to commit haram. He goes, I've got 2 witnesses ready on this WhatsApp group. Can I add you and you do the thing? So I brought them in. I said to the woman, I said to her, listen, this guy's probably going to leave you. I know this guy. And he's like, what are you doing? You're here to try and make things easy for me. I said, but it's not fair on the poor woman because we know that you're a pernicious man. You're a khabis. And I said, what's the mahar? And the guy said, you don't want to hear this one. This is before McDonald's was on the boycott list. He goes, I'm going to give her a meal in McDonald's. I said, sister, don't do this. I said, at least have something. No, she said, I don't mind. I don't care, whatever, It happened. And he did, in fact, divorce her, unfortunately. But I said, I told you so. And that was it.
Unfortunately, he divorced her.
He's getting people married in 1 minute 60 seconds, and he's so proud of it. And he's like, wow. He can't even get somebody married after he go use their bathroom and come back.
Yeah. And he
So
marries people off on WhatsApp, and then he's okay with like, oh, McDonald's meal.
yeah, sex for McDonald's meal. That's one of the cheapest sex
And
ever.
did you hear like person says, I'm about to commit haram, but I want this to be halal. So
Yeah.
you just like say the magical words in like think in like Christian circle. If I want to get married with someone, husband, potential future husband, comes to church, meets with the pastor, and then you go through marriage classes. There is like marriage preparation classes you take through, and then pastor expresses his views on the kind of comments you make. There are classes like sessions you do. But in here, oh, I feel I want to have a sex with this person, but it will be haram. What about like you just say the magical words, and then we just like have sex, and then I'll divorce her. McDonald's meal. Yeah. And so-called Muslim women are like this, so like, oh, innocent, clean virgins when they get married. Nope. What you see, they're just being used as toilet paper or as prostitute by their own brothers. Not by the West, not by non-Muslims, but by Muslims. For a McDonald's meal, how much is McDonald's meal? Like $10, £10, for a
I don't
McDonald's
know,
meal.
but McDonald's is supposed to be the cheapest meal.
Well, okay, let's say £3, $5 or something like that. And you just like have sex and then go home. Probably you won't even see him again. And this is like even not like they're not even talking about like checking proportions or this kind of things, remember? And like the worst thing is he's telling this in a conference, Southeast Technological University. In a conference in Europe, he's talking about that's what he's doing.
Unbelievable.
Welcome to the world of Islam. Punishment ideology punishes the Muslim woman and justifies everything for man's sexual desire, from hotel room to McDonald's meal. Wonderful ideology. Just so wonderful.
And they have the audacity to say something bad to others. Like really? Like that is what, like now I remember again the bashing that Nadir Ali did at the end about Christianity, which was not even the topic, and he was just babbling. And I was not even given the time by the moderator to respond because the question was for him.
It wasn't about the topic, brother.
Yeah,
Uh,
but like he was bashing. But the problem is that they have the audacity to bash others with all of this. Like, really? It hurts my feelings. Like, I was once a Muslim, and yeah, marriage in Islam doesn't have to go through any rules and regulations what you taught in the church. I have no idea that Christians would even do that because I wasn't married as a Christian. I just had a renewal of vows eventually, but that's it. But at the end of the day, what what we do in Pakistan is go sit in the mosque and they'll ijabo kabul. They'll just say, we are marrying you for this, 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 this. Is it? Are you okay? Say yes and all that. But what you are showing me here, they have taken it to the next level. You know, I have rented the room. I have the girl with me. I don't want to have sex with her. Just say the magic words. I will say yes, yes, yes 3 times, and then I'll take her to the hotel room.
yeah.
That's
And
it.
we don't even need to, you don't even need to meet me. You don't even need to ask me about my character or anything. Just get on WhatsApp. That's why I am not on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is very dangerous. Not only government checks your things and then deals with your stuff, but clearly WhatsApp is the place where you set up your hotel appointments with a strange man to go and have sex. So keep away from WhatsApp. Keep away from WhatsApp. Marriage is beautiful gift given to man and woman by God. It talks about how it gives us the responsibility of Bible gives us the responsibility for the marriage of for husband and for wife, and it is the loving union. You share life, and it's not like it is pretty serious. It is pretty serious covenant between man and woman. And then you turn to Islam. Not only see how Islam is abusing those terms, but you get to see how Islam what is the term? How Islam
Destroys this
destroys
beautiful relation.
Islam destroys that union the real God put forward. Very disgustingly disturbing. And this is what, like, keep that in mind. This is what do they do their own. There are testimonies of converts into Islam and how they are used as second wives and then abused. If they do this to their owns, their treatment to their converts, their treatment to non-Muslims should make all concern. That should all shake us and then make us to say, like, okay, I've got to do something about this very false ideology. We need to destroy this ideology, and then we need to replace ideology with the teachings of our glorious gospel. Otherwise, none is safe. I remember reading people are stating not even watermelons or vegetables are safe. But clearly not hotels or McDonald's are safe. McDonald's, like, they're making videos. Don't go to McDonald's. It's support Israel. All those don't go to McDonald's. It's all like in Sla. You've got this huge queue. Just Muslims are waiting with their PJs to grab McDonald's. And now they are giving their wedding money to the woman with the McDonald's meal. Sickening. Brother, what is your take on? I've got live stream like in 2 hours, so you better share your take on this, and then I go and have my life. I'll see if there is any WhatsApp group I can go and check and then see what they're offering.
I have been saying things like in the middle as well and everything that um, it's disgusting, quite frankly. I literally I'm out of words. Usually I'm the person who speaks a lot, but like right now I'm out of words. And the only thing that I can say is that when I read these kind of things and then I look at the life of Christ and his teaching and how he made the perfect bond between the two people, and it's just it's you can't even compare that. Like it's a contrast. It's like a full 180 degrees contrast where you have to give your life for your wife, just like Christ gave life for his people. And you'll see that wife and husband has a very, very beautiful relationship as described by Christ. You just simply cannot just take on one and then divorce it and take a second one. Rather, it is said you are doing abomination in the land if you do some such a thing, unless she is unfaithful to you or you are unfaithful to her. Unless that unfaithfulness happen in a sexual manner, you are not going to do that. It's like a perfect bond, and it's recognized by God, and it's a very, very different kind of a relationship.
Husband, love the wife as Christ loved the church. Christ gave himself for the church. Husband, love your wife as Christ loved the church.
Thank you.
Very, very serious. Very, very serious.
With that being said, thank you so very much. There is a super chat you might need to take, and
I need to say thank you to Uncle Joe for his generosity, and then also I had this comment actually appeared earlier. Yes, I did. I was informed about the brother who got at this stage murdered in India. We did live stream with him in the past. I haven't done anything about it because I'm waiting a couple of reports from the police. So once police kind of clarifies a couple of things, we will talk about it. At this stage, we were just gently told to wait for the police reports. But that kind of should bring us to the point where we need to be aware of our brothers and sisters who live in different parts of the world, and the way where they live, the people group they engage does not like Christ. Therefore, followers of Christ are being persecuted, and in this occasion is being murdered. So please pray for our brothers and sisters. And someone wants me to be deported from UK because I'm not illegal immigrant. Yeah, they can easily deport me. Well done. Where should I be deported? Why don't you want me in England? Because I don't allow you to do things in England? Oh, bless your soul. Bless your soul. Adam Sika, thank you very much, brother, for jumping in and all your input. And thank you very much, everyone who joined us in the chat. I apologize. Topic is not kind of something encouraging at all. Very disturbing drama in Muslim world. But we look from the perspective, this is what Islam teaches. Such actions of Islamic Dawa gangs should help us to have a more concerned heart for Muslims, so that it will by default affect us to go and preach the gospel of Lord Jesus Christ. At the end, Aisha, Mohammed Hijab's secret wife, will be healed only through Lord Jesus Christ.
amen.
The
Absolutely.
danger Islam offers the world can go away only by the teaching of Lord Jesus Christ. Allah, let me know where your address is, and then I'll turn up there. Once again, thank you very much, everyone who joined us. In a couple of hours at 9 o'clock, I've got live stream with Robert Spencer. If you are around, please jump in and join us. Adam Sika, thank you very much for joining. As well as I said earlier, go and check Adam's channel to watch the video debate on with Nadir Ahmed. It should be interestingly funny and painful. God bless you all. I'll see you soon again by God's grace.